I decree them with the power of God within me. I decree them with strength, because at that point, I am wanting the heavens to move for me. I am wanting the angels to move for me. I am wanting the light workers to move for me. I am wanting my ancestors to move for me. Greetings, beautiful ones. Fran here, back with another video. So before we go any further, you guys know the drill. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and like this video. Subscribing and liking the videos helps the channel to grow, and you don't want to miss anything, so make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Alright, so it's been a long time since I've got on here and just really talked about things, like we just need to have like a kind of a chat session, right? So I was working today and I was actually creating my new decrees for my life for 2023. So I know that a lot of people do things at the very beginning of 2023. Like they start in like, oh gosh, I gotta do resolutions, I gotta do goals, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But me, I don't do that. What I do is I take time and I talk to God, right? I talk to God about what I wanna do. I tell him my plans. I involve the universe, my heavenly staff, my angels, ancestors, all the light beings that I can involve in my process. I consult them, right? So sometimes it takes me a minute to actually get clear about the direction that I want to go. Now, you know, we talk a lot on the channel about manifesting and creating your life from a spiritual perspective, but every single thing that you do in this life, you are manifesting and creating from a spiritual perspective. And I know that a lot of people kind of leave that part out. They talk about the universe and they talk about how, you know, things are coming to you when you think about it, when you visualize it. A lot of times they don't use that faith component, but they don't tell you either that everything starts from the spiritual realm first, right? We are divinely connected to our higher power, our higher self, however you identify it. God, that's how I identify it. We are connected constantly to the life force that is infinite intelligence. And when we tap into our infinite intelligent, intuitive self, we receive, which is our higher self, right? Which is our subconscious that does not operate an ego, all right? We'll talk about that later. When we tap into our higher selves, we are given information and direction to help create positive things in our life. Now, I say positive things, but positive things are only created in our life when we think positively. When we are signaling positive things with our energy and our aura, when we're coming out of our heart center with positive stuff, right? Now, all the time we're not positive, right? I want you to remember though, when you're not always positive, you're creating that experience as well. So we're always creating and manifesting from a spiritual perspective. Don't forget that. So what I did today was, which prompted me to get on and share it with you guys, is I got my journal and I started writing my decrees. Now, decrees and mantras are similar, right? But a decree is something that you really feel very, very strongly about. A mantra kind of flows almost like this is my manifesto for my life. Like, you know, when I say my mantras, I say things like, I am so thankful and grateful for this day. Everything amazing is happening to me. It's almost as if when you do a mantra, you're telling a story about your life, right? You're speaking about your life the way that you want it to be in the present moment, right? So that's a mantra. when you are decreeing things and commanding things in your life, it's a different language, right? When I am doing mantras, I am simply stating how I want my life to be in the present tense, right? Not really always how it is at that moment, because at that moment, it may not be flowing as I am saying my mantra. But as I'm saying my mantra, I'm realigning my life with what I am desiring at that present moment, right? You following me? All right. So when I'm decreeing and commanding things into my life, we have the power to command and decree anything that we want: health, prosperity, love, business. We have been given the power of our spoken word, and how you speak into the universe is how things return to you, right? So a lot of times, we speak things softly because we feel like, I want to be really respectful of the universe. I want to be really respectful of God. But when you are commanding things as you want them to be, you have to do them with authority, right? Authority. And God has given us that authority. He has given us permission to call things into our life as we want them to be. So when you have something that you are really wanting to see show up in your life, you cannot be meek about it. You cannot say, today I decree that all doors open for me and I pull down the powers of heaven. Okay, now if you talk like that, that's great, right? So this is my speaking voice. However, when I am decreeing things, I decree them with authority. I decree them with the power of God within me. I decree them with strength, because at that point, I am wanting the heavens to move for me. I am wanting the angels to move for me. I am wanting the light workers to move for me. I am wanting my ancestors to move for me. So I speak with power, right? So that the universe knows that I'm serious about this. So as I was creating the list, I always take my mantras and then I look at what my mantras are at that moment, because mantras always change, right? They can change with what you're experiencing. They can change with what you want to experience, but decrees kind of stay the same, because if you are decreeing a thing as it is so, you have to decree a thing as it is so. Let me not leave that out. When you are decreeing a thing in your life, right? It's being clear about what your vision is at that point for your life. Now, you can have more than one decree. You can have daily decrees, but you have to be very mindful of the words that you are using. So my decrees usually start off like this. Today, I decree, I align with the forces of the universe. And today is the day of my amazing good. It is following me. It is knocking me down. It is going before me. I decree that everywhere I go will be favor. Everything that I touch will turn to gold. Now that sounds like an affirmation, right? The difference is when you are affirming things, you are saying, I am. When you are doing a mantra, you're saying, I'm so thankful and grateful that it is. When you are decreeing a thing, you are saying, I decree that this. That means that this is already done, right? A decree is stating it's already done. The action is already done. I'm walking into it. It's you commanding your good. It's you commanding. It's not calling it in. It's commanding your good to come to you. Like, you got to come. You don't have a choice but to come. You's coming because you don't have a choice. Sometimes I feel like things we want in our life, and I don't know, I really don't know who this is for, but I gotta tell you because Spirit is telling me to tell you right now, and I'm getting ready to just tell you. Sometimes we don't get what we want in our life, not because we don't believe it, but because we don't know how to speak it into existence. You are praying, but you're not speaking things into existence. You're begging God for things. You're repeatedly begging for things, and you don't have to do that. God's not hard of hearing. He hears you the very first time you call out. But when you decree something, you decree it in the power knowing that it's already been heard, it's been assigned, and it is completed. You can just check it off your list. But when we are so meek about the things that we want, we're not commanding our unlimited and infinite source of abundance to move, right? Have you ever had that child, right? You have a child, a niece, a nephew, a child you may know, right? You'd be like, honey, baby, get down from there. And they're like, I'm gonna get down. And you'd be like, honey, you're gonna hurt yourself. Get down from there, right? And they just not paying you no mind. But then when you say, get your behind off of that before you hurt yourself, now, the child moves, right? It's the same with the universe. When you stand flat-footed in your now, when you stand flat-footed in your, I desire this, I'm commanding this right now. Do you think for 1 minute that God said, let there be light? I can only imagine that God's voice was strong and big and forceful, and it probably rumbled like thunder. And he said, let there be light. And there was light. Sometimes you have to be very forceful, persistent, put your blinders on about what you desire in your life. I have a teammate that says, I got to get in the bunker because I need some things to move. When she's in the bunker, she's shutting everything out. She's not taking no phone calls. She's not scrolling Instagram. She's not sending no texts. She's not sending you links to TikToks. She's in the bunker. That's just her, God, her angels, and all of her heavenly staff doing some work, creating a breakthrough. Your breakthroughs come when you are confident about the breakthrough, right? When you know that you know that you know that you know that there's just no way this is not going to happen. There's just no way this is not going to happen. I know this is going to happen. So I'm commanding it to be so right now. You have the ability to command whatever you truly desire into your life at any moment that you truly desire it. And once you stand on the knowing that there's no other way, there's no other outcome, there's nothing else that can happen except for what I am calling down from the heavens, what I am commanding to be so on planet Earth, what I am commanding to be so in my life, it becomes so. And there's no way around it. Alright guys, I just wanted to share that with you. Let me know what you think about this video. Get active in the comments. And if there's anything that you would like to learn about, leave it down there. Let's chat about it. Let's talk about it. This is a year of blessings. This year, we've already talked about this, right? Go back and watch the other videos. This is a year of miracles. Don't get in line. Go on and call yours down. Tell God you're ready. Alright guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. Once again, peace and blessings to you. And I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.